And while one school is in repair, the future use of another building in Hamilton is being questioned in the midst of a housing and homelessness crisis. Following recent town hall inquiries, local politicians are calling on the Ford government to find a use for the former Sir John A. Macdonald High School. Jason Gaidola joins us live tonight in downtown Hamilton with more on that. Good evening, Jason.
Good evening, Taz. Not only are the politicians looking for solutions, but they're also concerned of the building being torn down. The former school has been dormant since 2019, and given the ample space and potential utilities inside, they believe it could still serve a purpose for those in need of housing and for the students in the neighborhood. Boarded up doors, graffiti, and weeds is what you see at the former Sir John A. Macdonald School today, and many wonder what the future holds at the downtown property.
Somebody has to make those decisions, right? And ultimately, what's the end use?
Politicians in Hamilton are also asking the same question. In a letter to the Ford government, MPP Sarah Jama, Councillor Kroetsch, and school trustee Sabreina Dhab are calling for more money to revive the building.
We have this empty piece of land that people aren't using, that the school board wants to put toward dealing with the housing crisis, knowing that there are students who are also struggling with housing.
Since 2019, the 7-acre site across from Jackson Square has been vacant and became a popular inquiry at town halls as a temporary site to house the homeless population. Local officials believe the lack of use and growing encampments are a Ministry of Education priority as well.
Who are also being impacted by the housing crisis in a way that is disproportionate as well, right? I hear from families all of the time across Ward 2 that they're worried about where they'll end up and what will happen to their students.
The property is owned by the Hamilton Public School Board, and 1 week ago, its board chair said options like a new school or community space were explored. Back in 2021, the school board and community organizations had discussions on using Sir John A. Macdonald as a potential site for tiny shelters. City Hall is currently reviewing the initiative and possible locations. However, the board added the province denied funding 4 times, and Sir John A. Macdonald is not available as a temporary shelter site as the school board staff continue to work with the Ministry of Education to explore options for demolition. It's a parcel of land that sits across from First Ontario Centre, one piece to the future redevelopment of the downtown core.
I'm deeply concerned about the continual erosion of public land, especially under the auspices of entertainment during a housing crisis. Nothing about that sounds good to me.
Today, CHCH News asked the province about Sir John A. Macdonald specifically, but didn't get an answer. In a statement, the Ministry of Education said some projects didn't get money because demand for school project funding was significant, and the ministry had to make difficult decisions. We did reach out to the school board today asking specifically and exactly why the funding was denied and what the future holds for the building if it is slated for demolition. We have not heard back from the school board yet, but they have stated previously that they're committed to playing a role in tackling the homelessness crisis.